Hello and welcome to the first episode of Pacific Northwest Gothic's Blanket Fort. I'm Elsie Clay, the creator of Pacific Northwest Gothic, and yes, I am recording this in my blanket fort. And just in case you were wondering, no, a blanket fort is not required to tune in to PNWG's Blanket Fort, but it is highly encouraged. So please, if you have the time and energy, find some twine, some tent poles, some clothespins or chip clips, or just grab your coziest blanket and a warm beverage, and join me while I update you about what's happening with my strange little spooky poetry podcast. Now, what's on the list for the Blanket Fort this week? Well, first there's the Blanket Fort itself. Now, the reason I've started the Blanket Fort is because I noticed just how long some of my announcements were getting at the end of my episodes, and I wanted a way to shorten them without leaving y'all alone in the dark, as it were. So I thought I would create a supplemental set of episodes where I can put more details for those who want them. There will still be announcements after each episode, but they will be much shorter. So those of you who want more details about what's going on, who I am, what I'm doing, you can come meet me here in my blanket fort whenever a new segment is posted. For the time being, I'm just going to be using the Blanket Fort for updates on the state and direction of Pacific Northwest Gothic, and when relevant, the goings-on in my personal life. In the future, maybe it can be used to answer questions about characters or events in PNWG, give more insight into my writing process, talk about music or sound choices, and all kinds of behind-the-scenes stuff like that. Secondly, there's going to be some changes to the usual PNWG episodes in regard to how episodes are going to be grouped together. I wasn't explicit before because I wasn't sure how or if I wanted to share this, but after mulling it over, I decided that I do want to disclose it. As some of you may know, I took a long hiatus over the winter after running into some health issues. The full truth behind this is that I actually struggle with chronic health issues, both physical and mental. Chronic meaning there's no cure, no way to fix anything, just ways to manage symptoms. Some days are better, some days are worse. It's not very predictable, but it does get especially challenging during the winter, as it did toward the end of 2025. So, during my hiatus, I had kind of been at a loss for how I can keep making new episodes consistently and sustainably when I hit burnout after just a couple months of production. So I talked it over with a friend of mine, and they helped me come up with the idea of continuing to release episodes once a week, but over limited spans of time. Each collection of episodes would be considered a volume. Spotify doesn't really have that option, so they will likely have to be labeled as seasons on there for now, much to my chagrin. Now, unlike seasons, these volumes will be coming out multiple times a year. They will vary in length, and with that, production and release timing will be able to flex according to my needs. I honestly think this structure will help me build my format with more intention, and maybe even help PNWG stand out as a podcast, as I know this is not a common format for many creators. With that in mind, the collections of episodes thus far will look something like this. The first 7 episodes of PNWG will make up Volume 1, and episodes 8 and 9 will be the start of Volume 2. So far, I have at least 4 more episodes intended for this volume, so there are more on the way. I am also hoping to start posting blooper reels of some of the mistakes that I've made and saved while recording each episode. I haven't compiled anything yet, but it is in the works. I'll likely share smaller clips of those bloopers here in the Blanket Fort and save the longer cuts to share with paying subscribers on Patreon and Substack. That's right, if you want to hear me cursing up a storm after whiffing some lines, I'm gonna make you pay to get the full experience. Especially because it's not really cohesive with the personality of the podcast, I'm comfortable making it a thing people can get if they want to pay. You won't be missing some cornerstone of the PNWG experience, just some silly mistakes and the exhausted sighs of a writer who never fully intended to become a voice actor for their own content. And yet, here I am, recording and editing this all myself. So, yeah, things sure are wild on the internet. Hey folks, I have a last-minute heads up for you. Unfortunately, due to some scheduling difficulties and some more ongoing health issues, it's looking like there's not going to be a new episode up this upcoming Tuesday on the 17th of March, and likely not on the 24th of March, but after that I should be back on the 31st with more PNWG episodes. Thank you for listening. I'm Elsie Clay of Pacific Northwest Gothic, and that's all the updates I have for you this time. If you have any questions about the podcast, please leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer it. And hey, maybe it'll even show up on the list next time we meet here in my Blanket Fort.